Hello student, today we are going to study in making inverting schemitt trigger. In inverting schemitt trigger, you will see that this is your feedback, positive feedback, and UTP is R1 by R2 B set and LTP is minus R1 by R2 B set. This is your UTP and LTP where the value will shift to B set and minus B set. Now for that what we are doing, we have taken R1 and R2 saying. Now we are going to just apply the positive feedback to inverting 3. Now this is your inverting 3, we are applying positive feedback, and now from here we are just going to make it ground. This is, we are making it ground, the first column is your ground, and we are just going to apply input at the inverting side. Now this white one is your input. Now if we apply the input and if we take the output at terminal C, then we are going, if we see at the, now if you look at the DSO, when input is going positive, plus R1 by R2 V set, then your output is going, the blue one is your output, is going to minus V set. Now when the input is going minus R1 by R2 V set, then your output is going to have a plus V set. So if we look at XY mode, now how to get that XY mode in this DSO? Now just go to display. Now you will be seeing display over here. This is your display, and now in the format YT, now just go and check XY mode. Now if you check XY mode, now we can clearly see this is your schemitt trigger. Now from if you see negative voltage, this is your X input voltage and this is Y is your output voltage. Now if I increase the voltage, negative, if it is going minus R1 by R2 V set, then it is taking positive. Now if you move from this part, then after crossing plus R1 by R2 V set, it will be going to negative. So this is the XY transfer characteristics of schemitt trigger. Now if we see, look at the DC supply. Now if now this is your DC supply. Now if you take in same mode, if I am going to change the DC supply, suppose I am changing variable, now you see the output is changing, XY characteristics is changing. Now the plus V set and minus V set value is changing. Now it is plus 13, it is increase. If I decrease, if I make lower, lesser than 10, see 9, see your characteristics is decreasing. So I am going to change plus V set and minus V set from here also. If I change, then there we are going to get that XY characteristic, means plus V set and minus V set will be, this is your minus V set, this will be changing upon changing the biasing point. So this is your inverting characteristics. Now suppose I am connecting diode across this one in this way. First case I will be taking this way, then what you will say, that output is going to have a limited to 0.7. Now I am connecting the diode across your output terminal. Now this is your output, this is your output. Now I am connecting to, from 6 I am connecting here. Now if I check the DSO, then if I go to YT mode, then, and if you set the lever so that it will be visible. Now output has been set to 0.7 volt. Now if you want to measure it, now if I am measuring this one, to go to DSO, if I go and check the measure button, click the measure button, now you will be checking, see channel 2 and channel 1. Now you have to check the what is the maximum value at channel 2, because maximum value it will be limited to 0.7. Now I am pressing the channel 2. Now I will be seeing what will be the maximum. Just tap just this button. After tapping multiple time, then you will be encountering your maximum value. Maximum value, see it is 800 millivolt, means around 0.7 volt it is going to get saturated. And if you see the minimum value was, if you see the minimum value is minus 10.06 volt because this is the minus 10.6 biasing we have given. If I increase the biasing, then that value is increasing, see, but your maximum value will not increase, it will be limited to 800 volt. Now, what I am doing, I am just removing this diode and I am reversing the diode supply. Now, this is your diode I have taken. Now, what I am going to do, if you look at the breadboard, I am just going to reverse it. I am just going to reverse the diode and we will see that output is saturated to this is the diode and it is taking some time because the pin of diode now I have connected this one. Now, if you look at the DSO, now it has been I shift the level trigger, this is the level trigger I am shifting upward, so the graph will become stable. Now, see the minus value is been minus 0.7 volt. Now, if I again go and check to measure button, now I am pressing the measure button. Now, you see I have to check at the channel 2. Now, this is your channel 2. Now, if I check the channel 2, maximum value is 11.6 volt. If I decrease that DC biasing, it is going to be it will be changing, but when you see the minimum value, it is not going. If I am changing the minimum value, checking the minimum value, see minus 800 volt. So, this is all about your, now it will not go beyond this one, it is not going to get minus V set. So, we have saturated that to minus 800 millivolt. So, this was all about your inverting ischemic trigger.